Gambit was never bad, it just got old.
I
Strikes were
didn't
never
like it
bad. It just
the
got
moment I
old.
got into it.
I both
I mean, that is
agree and
true.
disagree with that. It's like, yeah, things get old, but like, there's still things that are old that I don't mind doing again and again. And it's like Gambit, I can only stomach it like a little bit.
I'd say more
Per
repetitive
session.
and stagnant is probably a better word than old.
Definitely stagnant, repetitive.
For me, I feel like it's the thing of like how quickly do I get tired of eating shit? You know, like I get tired of it pretty damn near instantaneously. You know.
Here's my
That's
thought.
Definitely.
The duality dungeon was never bad. People just got old, tired of it.
They said they're reworking stuff with Final Shape.
Yeah, they were working on you get no
The
more
pathing
bounties.
thing.
Yeah, Pathfinders.
No more
getting added.
bounties. They're gonna fuck over the Bright Dust economy and people don't even realize it.
Oh no, they said
Oh no,
the
no
bright,
repeatable bounties.
well, the no repeatable bounties, but the those challenge thing for doing bounties from the vendors, those are gonna be worked into the Pathfinder system. What they said.
Uh-huh.
The
But that
final
also
shape
means
was-
they're
works.
limited. Yeah, look how
Yeah.
well the seasonal challenges went versus the older system. Gambit is funnier than I'm assuming he means Gambit is more fun than Trials.
Gambit is funnier than Trials.
I thought it said
That
that.
sounds like my level of spelling.
Funner is
Jesus.
not a word.
I can't even talk about my spelling ability.
It does funnier. You see
I
the
can't
eye
say-
there.
I can't say
No,
anything either.
that's correct. That is the thing that's incorrect.
Yeah, the eye is the problem.
Is
well,
Gambit funnier than Trials? That's the question.
Trials does. I don't know. Trials keeps me like engaged for like all 7 or so matches that I play.
They should make a Gambit
yeah,
where you have to
because
like
you
play
go
7
fall, you
matches
go
in a
Gambit
row.
does
after
Right.
7.
Gambit does not.
Game reminds you what that I even still play this game. Sometimes you see the invader walk out with a trace rifle as a Nagi's and
Eager
firing.
He's just speedrunning Whisper.
He's just speedrunning Whisper. Point
You just
37
you just-
seconds.
No.
You just reminded me of a game of Gambit Prime I had. We were all in the well, and the invader just spawns in the well with us, and it was like, oh, free 4 kills.
He's like, "Hi guys."
He's here to help.
Yeah.
See, but Gambit
Yeah,
has more funny moments. Like that one time I saw a toast on the enemy team.
That one time
That's
I
like
killed you
so
with
many
a
years old, but like
finisher
that
as
never gets
well.
old.
That should happened
Yep.
5 years ago.
Poster, no!
You
And then I just get slammed in
I'm
the
so
face.
proud
Trials.
of that moment.
You weren't
Oh, man.
there.
Oh, that hurt.
Charles
No,
has,
the
like,
time I
no
killed you with a
funny
finisher.
moments.
The time I killed you with a finisher, that's what I'm talking about.
Oh.
Dude, Trials, you just fucking feel the sweat coming from everyone.
Yeah, Trials
Like-
can be pretty
yeah,
Like
unfun.
the
There are
ball
times when I feel
sweat.
like
These guys need to take
fuck them up.
showers kind of sweaty.
So on favor that
Mhm.
Gambit is funnier.
Gambit is live.
Sometimes. Depends on the meta.
Depends
The
on
meta hasn't changed in 2 years.
The meta's
Mhm.
is
And then the Crucible meta
boring.
gets worse every season.
You know what?
Every
it
update
depends on the
does.
invader.
Well, it gets pretty
Trapper
bad when
candidate.
Bungie just adds checkmate for no reason.
Gambit Prime should return as an endgame activity. Can I just say this real quick? The current Gambit we have is pretty much Gambit Prime, just without the armor set and just slight adjustments. It's almost identical.
I would actually argue the other way around. I'd rather the base Gambit return than Gambit Prime.
Okay.
Yeah, like, what's
Oh.
it, base Gambit? I'm gonna be honest, it felt more like a competitive
Please
one,
don't
like
think
the
about it.
best
Yeah.
of 3, shit like that.
Yeah. I want that back more than
I think
Gambit
that
Prime.
one, I want to say the original Gambit actually had more invasions as well. So if anything, it would be
yeah.
more of the competitive one versus the current one. Because the current one's kind of Prime, where
Mm.
Prime being 1 round and faster feels more of casual, while the original being 3 rounds and longer felt more competitive.
Yeah.
I honestly, at first I didn't think like it would be a good idea. Honestly, the more I think about it, like I'm seeing opportunities here to expand the checkmate market and put it in
No.
Gambit, right? And then you can put, skill-based matchmaking, because why not? Underneath connection.
Ironically enough,
No.
Checkmate would be pretty good in Gambit, in my opinion.
If we actually got updates for it, like promised, Gambit could be better than Crucible in some parts of PvE.
Yeah.
100%. Gambit just lacks variety. Like,
It just
heavily
lacks
variety.
support more than anything. Like, and what's only
Yeah.
having the one mode versus the two, and then the 6 maps versus the 4, which, thank God the Dreaming City one's coming back.
I hope they bring back the Tangled Shore one as well.
No, we don't.
I mean,
Yes, I do.
I feel like that map would perform better now, because its big problem was like the old console field of view, 30 FPS,
it was
the
actually,
lack of
I really
enemies.
like the Tingle Shore map.
I feel like it'll be a lot better now that we're actually on good consoles and PC instead.
Yeah, you guys don't understand the joy of good Gambit maps.
If they updated it and added stuff
don't
to it,
get the
more
joy
maps,
of
I think I
having
might
the
honestly
memory
like
links.
play it more.
The arts of a good Gambit map.
There was a good couple years where I didn't touch it.
Yeah, I just fed a small child cigarettes in this game.
Leave
It's the only thing I
that
had
in.
on me.
Leave
It was
that
the only thing I
in.
had on me, and then this character asked me to do anything yummy, and then I give him a cigarette. I didn't even get to like read it. I was trying to skip the dialogue because I was getting shot. So I ended up giving her a cigarette. It's just yum yum. That was the perfect thing. It's a cigarette.
Someone call
never
CPS.
Fucking cigarette.
Never change Runic.
Giving
Oh man.
giving the nicotine addiction to children.
Bro, Gwynpley was
She
right.
straight up ate that thing. Like
America
she did the
has
gest
a
with her hands
fucking
for she ate
federal
it.
All that
crisis.
is a fucking
Fucking fed a child a fucking cigarette.
Oh god.
Gambit is slept on. We need
Child.
to appreciate the fact that we have a PvP and a
You're
PvE
loud.
type playlist all in one. Do you mind?
The PvE and PvP aspects of it are both like decent and don't feel like they were ignored to make the other one feel really good.
Yeah, the only problem I have with it is like you're having like a 5-course meal. Like this course is good, this course is good, and the 5th course is just spoiled food. Like they've never bothered to change the recipe. That's what it feels like. That's
It's
why
the shit
it's
I was
like,
talking about earlier, Celtic.
Yeah.
It really does because like I cannot notice a difference from original Gambit to this Gambit here. We've gone through 3 versions of Gambit and none of them feel different.
Technically 4. I think Beyond Light had like a slightly altered version of this. Plus, there's also
Oh,
the
yeah.
experimental ones.
Oh yeah, the experimental ones which everyone liked and then they never did anything with.
Well, we liked
Oh,
one
yeah.
of them. The one that
Yeah.
sounded good ended up
Wait,
being
these-
bad, and the one that sounded bad ended up being good.
Which ones were they? I actually forgot that.
I don't really remember. One of them was like the Drain Moach one, which actually ended up being neat.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
those
because it's
drain
like you
moat-
have to invade, right?
Yeah, you have to invade, and to drain moats or take away moats, you have to actually stand on their bank and heal it like a goblin in a good.
Yeah, that's literally just the
money,
invader
money,
armor
money,
stuff.
money, money.
Gambit would be way more fun if they just simply disable heavy ammo during invasions for the invaders and the invaded.
Invade his house.
Bro stole my line.
Okay,
Damn.
I just have one thing. Imagine you're in the middle of dealing damage to the primeval. Guy invades. Suddenly you can't use your heavy ammo. Do you think anybody would have an "oh okay" reaction? Everyone would be like, "What the fuck is this goddamn fucking piece of shit doing here?"
You're using a lot of them demonetized words.
I am
Yeah.
sorry.
You're using a lot of them ding with the
Ding.
and the
Just bleep out
With a
the
little
entire
bit of that
section.
grim.
Just bleep out the entire section of me.
You went a little crazy there, man, on like such like a non-crazy thing, man.
He turned into
Oh.
Mr.
yeah, man.
A little insane.
You're telling
the-
me you wouldn't have that
You turned into
reaction if
Mr.
someone
Frog.
No,
invaded
I would be like, oh.
heavy?
I would be like, oh, there's no heavy anymore. Let me go actually deal with the invader instead of just hoping he doesn't kill me while I try to melt the boss.
See, Cyber, that's
Okay.
how you properly
That would actually,
speak.
I feel like that would be good because it would incentivize you to all like work together to try to take out the invader.
Boom.
I mean, yes, it would.
Shit, teamwork in
Fucking-
my destiny?
Yeah, it's just that I don't
And
think.
there would also be more skill
I
tied to
don't-
being the invader.
No,
Yeah,
they would just use
I-
spot strike.
I mean, Cloud
just-
Strike, besides damage, Cloud Strike won't really proc that often in Gambit, because it's a big arena you move around.
What are you trying to say, Cyborg?
People snipe.
I just feel like, yes, it would do all those great things, but I just feel like people can't trust people enough to actually be smart enough to like realize that, and they would just complain
I'm more
about
curious
heavy
how
ammo
the
getting
heavy,
disabled.
I'm more curious how the heavy even would get disabled. Like,
Complain
would
about
just
everything.
your inventory count just go to 0? Would it just kick you out of that slot of your inventory? Or how long until
Probably-
people find exploits to keep it?
It would probably be stole like the swapping weapons is right now.
Yeah, maybe so if someone goes to a heavy weapon, it gets immediately holstered.
Or it drains
And,
all their ammo.
it sunsets the weapon in your hands, and you can't use it anymore.
Oh, don't worry, you can use it in 3 weeks.
Oh yeah.
Oh, did you say 3 weeks?
Is it
Did
really
you say
3 weeks till
6
final
months?
shave?
Yeah.
What if it instead that it just do drain all their ammo?
Is that including
That would
like
just-
tomorrow or?
That would just
That
be
would suck, bro.
annoying.
It's 3 weeks.
It needs to just
tomorrow,
disable
right?
it temporarily. Or maybe disable it for like the first 15, 20
Whatever.
seconds of invasion. To have like the last 10 seconds have stuff
But
going
I'm
on
still
with it.
trying to figure out how it even would just get disabled itself
That's
without
it.
people
Yeah,
finding
Not
exploits.
my problem. I don't
Just
work on
say
the game.
holster.
Top 10 fun Gambit moments. Thank you for reading top 10 fun Gambit moments.
The hot
I
take
think-
here
I
is
think-
they don't have fun in Gambit.
PvP in Gambit neglected. Grandmasters, raids, and trials. Why everything gets nerfed.
Well, I don't know, but like, I feel like raids, trials, and grandmasters are where I've had the most amount of fun in the game, and like Gambit is where like I've had the least amount of fun, and it's not even because it's neglected, because it's like so much easier than the other stuff. Does that make sense? Like
You
it's
play
so
raids.
easy.
What the hell you mean easier?
I'm saying Gambit is easier than raids,
No,
so it's less fun. Just inherently for me. and a lot of
I'd
other
rather
people,
play
but it's
Gambit
like-
over Rid of Nightmares again.
I think they should just maybe split the sandboxes if that's like a huge issue.
I
They already
definitely
did.
wish they split the sandboxes
Like-
across even PvE mode sometimes, but that would be just too complicated.
I do agree they need more love though, especially Gambit. Gambit's like just been forgotten too many times.
Nah, keep it in the garbage.
Gambit only worked before a hard meta was discovered.
What's
This
the soft
is
meta?
pretty-
What is the Gambit meta?
What is this soft
heavy.
meta?
I was going to say that's the big reason why people liked original Gambit, especially like the E3 one, is because everyone had the same loadout, and then when it got into the public build, that's when Sleeper was discovered, and that's when we got like our first meta. But it's like when everyone has the exact same loadout, it actually works really fine. It's just when the randomization of weapons comes in, that's when it kind of goes all over the place.
For me, it might be cool if it had like a rotating meta, maybe, or not rotating meta, a rotating modifier that like made you a set loadout. Sorry, I'm looting something in Fallout. My brain's
Yeah, then just give us like relics and stuff like that. Then at that point, I feel like just this is just an overall like Destiny thing, but yeah, Gambit kind of shows it off more. Is that the game is funner when you're messing around and not following a meta.